Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia this morning joined industrial experts across Africa and China to deliberate on how Ghana can tap into China's industrialization drive to set its industrialization agenda in motion. The Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia said the Chinese industrialization model is worth replicating across Africa.
Ghana and China relationship is anchored on the South-South cooperation and it dates back to the 50s. China has over the last couple of decades witnessed massive transformation and has become an eye-opener to many developing countries, including Ghana, that with well-thought plan, the back of poverty can be broken. In 2015, at the Sino-Africa Summit in South Africa, China voted $75 billion in aid and investment to bolster economic growth in Africa. The Chinese envoy to Ghana, Madam San Banghong, said about $30 billion out of the $75 billion have been disbursed already. She added that the move is aimed at taking the top spot on the table of Africa's biggest economic partners.
China is the largest trade partner of Africa. And Africa is the third largest investment destination and the second largest contract engineering market for China. Nearly half of the $60 billion funding support from China pledged to Africa has been dispersed or arranged since the Johannesburg summit of FOCAC.
The Institute of Democratic Governance is the latest organization to focus on the impact of China on Africa's drive towards economic development. Dr. Emmanuel Akwete said the Chinese model of development presents African governments the unique opportunity to transform their economies.
The driving force of China's development, as I read in the book, is a country seeking to make over 1 billion people happy. Live happily in a rounded way, their cultural life, science education, and so on. And they build formidable educational institutions. Chinese labor force, workforce, is considered one of the best. And for international investors, it's also the cheapest. So there are a number of things that we ought to take into account as we seek through this meeting and various other interrogations to understand how they succeeded, how 3 decades could transform a country of 1 billion people with a huge territory than we have.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, said the latest deal struck with the Chinese government shows the government's commitment to learn from best practices around to transform the Ghanaian economy.
Our ability to benefit from our relationship with China, and for that matter with any partner country, depends as much on our own vision and strategy to get to where we want to be and our discipline to execute our chosen development trajectory. No country can be responsible for our long-term growth and development in ways that benefit our citizens. We, Ghanaians, are solely responsible for our long-term growth and development.
China has projected that by 2020, it will work hard to lift the over 1 billion of its citizens out of poverty. The World Bank estimates that a person who earns less than $1.50 is poor.